Today I am watching Peaky Blinders Season 4, Episode 4. Episode 3 ended with that crazy scene between Luca and Polly, and it sounds like Polly has taken out a hit on Tommy, so I'm very worried about what that looks like. She has to spare everybody else, basically, but she wants Tommy gone, and I'm very nervous to see what that's going to look like, if he's ever going to find out. Just a really crazy episode and a crazy season so far. I love that Adrien Brody has been added to the cast. I'm really enjoying the show so far. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content.
Well, you see, tomorrow would have been my son's 21st birthday.
This is the mom of the boxer that Arthur killed.
And as a gesture, I thought I would invite your brother.
Yeah, because we saw this in the previous episode. They're trying to set him up, yeah.
Not exactly forgiveness.
But Polly asked them to spare Arthur, so maybe they're doing their own thing.
It ought to be Arthur.
He was suspicious of the cook. Is he going to be suspicious of her now? I wonder. It must get exhausting being Tommy Shelby. Oh, here we go. But a different song again. Oh man, we haven't seen that shot in forever of them walking down the road in Birmingham. Woo!
47 Artillery Square. Like a goat, tied up for the tiger, eh, Arthur?
Yeah, he knows. He knows it's a trap. Yeah.
Arthur, let's go. Look alive, soldier.
Yeah, Finn's been getting more involved, and obviously he's older now than he was in previous seasons, so it's interesting to see that.
Just put them on the table.
I feel like this is gonna be a massacre.
No.
Yeah, it's already suspicious, the fact that she's inviting the person who's responsible for killing her son to her son's, like, birthday celebration. I mean, maybe she's trying to be the best person ever and build bridges and forgive and forget, but even if he wasn't Arthur Shelby, this would seem like an interesting request.
Then, why have you invited me?
Yep, you just showed your own hand there, I'm afraid. Is Finn a good shot? I don't know.
Yeah, mate. Last day of freedom, mate.
And the moment's gone.
It's a decoy! Bring the car out now!
Ah, frick. Luca is always 2 steps ahead of Tommy. Just when we think it's, you know, but that's what I love about this show. It's just always like back and forth. Who's gonna have the upper hand? Oh! Oh, they're going after Arthur and Michael on the same day? Oh, shoot. And you picked the wrong season to mess with Arthur, man.
Arthur, you need to get to the hospital now.
Ah, frick! Frick, frick, frick!
Come on, Finn, let's go.
Oh, shoot. If they kill Michael, Polly is going to... Any kind of situation they had is long over.
No.
No one's gonna make it through this season. Even the way he talks is just like, oh, he's doing such a good job. Oh my god. My heart! Was it just to, like, show him, like, yeah, I could kill you if I want to, but I told Polly I wouldn't?
Tell your mother. We have a deal.
Is he gonna wonder what kind of deal that is? Well, now he knows that Polly and Luca are working together. Who's he gonna tell?
No, fine.
I was worried about how that was gonna go. Oh, man. Well, at least he's true to his word.
Expect a full complement of men. We inflicted no casualties. I said we inflicted casualties.
Yeah, I wonder if Michael will tell Tommy now. Because Michael doesn't seem particularly attached to Polly, so...
We waited for you Yanks until 1918.
Ooh, throwing that in their face.
It's all right.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, he's not wrong, but still.
I said it'd be clear in 20 minutes.
Let's go.
Yeah, he's like, we're sitting ducks here, man. We gotta get out of here.
Right, move.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, my God. One brother's down. Cheese and rice. Yeah, they love these machine guns.
Put the guns down! Put the guns down!
Oh, Mr. Gold. Yep. Oh, why? Come on, that's not necessary.
He said, tell your mom that we have a deal.
Yes! Oh, shoot. Oh, he's telling Polly. Which Polly obviously knows about.
No, we don't do that to her.
Think.
He's done it to you so many times.
Think about that.
Tommy's put them at risk so many times. Polly's the one who got Michael out of jail before and has now made a deal to save his life again. But again, Michael's allegiances are still with Tommy and not Polly.
By vote, you get to see the nicer parts of the city.
In the garrison now. Should be all right. This way.
Yeah, we saw May a few episodes ago, but just very briefly, and she didn't talk to Tommy, so I'm very curious to see how this is gonna go.
Shoeing, stabling, feed, 2 hours a day.
Oh my, oh my.
Did you think of a name?
Yes. Dangerous.
Ah! That's Tommy's whole theme.
These are her registration papers. Ready for your signature.
Is this just a business call or something else?
I thought it would make you different. But it doesn't seem to change you.
I think not to the outside world. I think inside it does. He just doesn't show people.
Sometimes he sees something glamorous and expensive. He just can't resist it. He's so weak.
Is Lizzie jealous?
Stay in your city.
I'll be free at 4. I can meet you then.
Meet and do what?
Well, there's many different ways to phrase it.
Damn the label.
I'll book myself a room.
Already done. The Midland. Sweet.
Oh my, plans for everything.
I'll find you.
Seems very elusive and impractical. She's like, I don't want to go to the hotel where you take all your other ladies.
I'll do the rest.
Yeah, I wonder if she'll actually go through with it or if this was just what she needs to do to get her and Michael to Australia. I don't know. Oh, man.
£10,000.
She left it blank, so I filled it in for her.
Oh, my.
Tommy's diary looking
It's quite the donation.
Make sure he keeps it free.
Just read my leaves, Paul.
Already
A
have.
Black Star. Oh, we saw that in, like, Billy Kimber, Black Star Day.
I have an appointment for him. And then go and see a doctor about that baby in your tea leaves.
Oh, shoot. Lizzie's pregnant.
Fast out of Camden Town. Boy's name is Goliath.
Cheese and rice. That sounds terrifying. Just to fight somebody named Goliath.
I am just an extreme example of what a working man can achieve.
Through illegal ways. And brute violence and coercion.
When we're up and running, we'll produce over 200 gallons a week.
Oh my god, that'll pay some bills.
And the gin.
Too sweet.
Oh my. Sweet enough for some smooches, I see. Hmm?
Strikers. Having a Shelby round here will keep them in order.
He's just giving away her apartment. Oh my gosh.
Jiggle anyway. We don't get to decide who lives and who dies.
Except when you shoot them and kill them. Are you just following orders from Tommy? Is that what you were saying?
College, you can catch the 7:15 train.
I thought there was a strike.
He lied, obviously.
Curly.
Not a minute on the day. Not a penny.
Yeah, she's not staying because of business.
This talk of tightening our belts must be met with resolute certainty.
Oh, Ada's gonna see Jesse. Okay. Or whether who she knows it is or not, I guess. We'll find out.
I'm sure we'll be fine. I know you from somewhere. I'm Ada Thorne.
Also Ada Shelby.
There's more than one way to achieve equality.
Being a famous gangster family.
He withdraws his pay cut with no need to talk. He wants to talk about socialism and revolution.
What? Since when?
He's a very rational man. Beneath all what? You mean beneath the beatings, the cuttings, the shootings, the murders?
Yeah, beneath. Yeah, when you list it all like that, it sounds bad, obviously.
If you don't show up, the offer of parity is withdrawn.
Oh, well, now she has to go, obviously. That's not fair.
We'll make personal sacrifices for the good of the good old cause, right?
Interesting. I wasn't expecting the two of them to meet. I mean, it makes sense, but yeah.
Ready to piss?
Yeah. Yeah, well, the place is a shithole, yeah, so why don't you just knock yourself out?
It's like anywhere around here is fine. Yeah, it is suspiciously quiet. Are they trying to take out Alfie this season too? What?
How come everybody's in bed?
So, this must be Goliath.
Oh, that's why I called him. Okay.
Right, it leads to the melancholy, whereas rum incites violence. I mean, also...
And that's why he likes it?
Yeah, Tommy, you got starlings, mate. You know that? That shit will rot your pipe work.
Oh, God. Oh, God. No. Stop. Ah.
You know, to defecate in the fields and the outhouses. It's a serious issue, though, Tommy, you know, because your people...
He wants to talk about pooping outside? That's why he came to visit?
Well, the real question is, Alfie, which side are you playing for, eh?
That is his question. His loyalty is wavering at best.
Yeah, like that, you've got to ask yourself, have I made a mistake?
Who the f are you?
Who the f am I?
Who the f is this?
This is a dangerous game to play with Alfie. He doesn't play fair.
Fucking abandoned him. And there he is, stood before you like the birth of some brand new species.
Quite the introduction. You should put that in his pamphlet.
Machine, mate. Now, will you offer your son?
He's like, I'm not worried about how big this guy looks. Like,
Bye, Michael.
Tomo.
I feel like he's gonna tell him.
Have a good weekend.
Because he's like, oh, you're gonna be there by yourself? Like, that sounds like a trap. Oh, I honestly thought Michael would spill the beans for sure. Or Tommy knows it's a trap. I don't know, but that black star is not promising. And here we go. Yep. Luca's right behind him. I can't imagine the show without Tommy. I don't even have the words to express what that would mean. I'm probably just watching it happen. So that was my first time watching Peaky Blinders Season 4, Episode 4, only 2 episodes left. This episode felt like a bit slower. It was still a good episode, but it felt like they were kind of setting things up, and it focused more on May and her relationship with Tommy. She came to town. I wasn't expecting to see her again. Alfie was back, so it definitely felt like more like laying the groundwork, which always makes me nervous because I feel like, especially with how this episode ended, the next episode is going to be very intense. I thought for sure once Michael found out from Luca that Luca and Polly have a plan, and he found out what that plan was, that he would 100% tell Tommy. So now Polly knows what's happening, Michael knows what's happening to Tommy, and even when Tommy was leaving, Michael's like, have a good weekend. Like, I felt like he wanted to say something, but I'm definitely surprised that Michael chose to be with his allegiance to his mom and not to Tommy. So, or he told them something and we haven't seen it yet, who knows, but just that shot of Tommy getting in the car and driving away, and then immediately following is Luca and the Italians, and they're loading up their guns. That's making me very anxious for the next episode. I can't imagine the show without Tommy. I don't know what's gonna happen if he picked up on Michael's little hint of, almost saying something, and now his, spidey senses are going and he feels like something is off, because he has been extra suspicious of everybody, so who knows? And even Paulie putting that black star in, his planner. And we've seen the black star day before when it was referenced to Billy Kimber in season 1, so it's interesting that they're tying that in. I'm very nervous. I don't even want to predict what's going to happen. It's very rare for the show to kill off a main cast member and then continue on. If you had been watching this like as it was released and you didn't know if there was going to be a season 5, I'm not sure when they made that announcement, but if you were thinking this is the last season or you didn't know, I can't imagine how nerve-wracking it would be to going into these last 2 episodes thinking that something could potentially happen. I can't see them going into season 5 or even season 6 without Tommy. So I'm very curious to see what's going to happen there. If Tommy might get injured and survive, what happens when he finds out that Paulie set him up and Michael knew about it, if the two of them are able to escape to Australia somehow. It seems like nobody gets out unless you die, unfortunately. But yeah, so I'm very worried for those 3 in particular. Again, we're seeing Finn become more involved. He was lookout for that set, what we thought was a setup with Arthur and the boxer that he had killed's families. And I think Finn is an interesting character because he's the youngest and seems to be the least involved, obviously, but also like the least interested in being involved, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like he's doing things because his brothers ask him to. He doesn't have that same look in his eye that Michael does, or even Tommy. And so I'm very curious to see if things fall apart, what he would do. And even when he's telling Arthur, they have that scene where he's like, I'm not John. And I think Arthur knows that, but also obviously is still very upset with John passing and misses John deeply. And I feel like there's pressure on Finn to replace John, and he's like, I'm not him. Like, I'm not that guy. So I feel like Arthur accepts Finn for who he is, but at the same time, I feel like he still misses his brother, obviously. And especially since Arthur is older now and has a son of his own, I feel like his perspectives have changed, and maybe the way he approaches things with Finn will be with a little bit of a gentler hand. I don't know. We will see. We definitely saw Arthur go back to violence, and, when he's yelling at that mom, and he's like, get out of here, or I'm going to come back and tar and feather you. And they were talking about religion and do you think you're going to be forgiven and everything. And then he ends up kicking her out and taking her apartment and giving it to Finn. He's like, here you go, here's your place now. You have a place where you can bring back your buddies, and Curly will come by later. I'm glad he didn't kill her, but it was just like a weird form of revenge to take her house and to give it to Finn. We found out Lizzie might be pregnant, and I believe it would be Tommy's child, as we've seen the two of them together. And Lizzie felt like she was definitely jealous of May coming to visit, and she comes into the office and doesn't really have a reason to be in there and is just trying to make an excuse to come in and be like, oh, when he gets his mind set on some fancy shiny thing, he gets distracted. And I'm sure Lizzie feels second best. It feels like Lizzie will start to develop feelings for Tommy, and I don't think he has the same type of feelings for her. Who knows? But he definitely wanted May to stay, and the fact that she didn't, I was surprised. I thought she would, and when she said she wouldn't because of business, she's like, oh, you're a good businessman, like, I'm not gonna stay. So I was definitely surprised about that. Not surprised he lied about the trains being on strike and the fact that she had to stay, and he used that to lie to get his way. We've seen him do that numerous times. Ada and Jesse ended up meeting, and they both have experience with the Communist Party, so that was interesting for sure. Ada's definitely stepped away, or she wants people to believe that she's stepped away anyway. It sounds like they're going to offer fair pay for men and women in all the factories, which is crazy. That would be amazing, especially given the time, and that's such good news, but it's obviously not coming for free. Tommy wants something out of it, and he's like, oh, I just want to take her to dinner. So I don't know if Tommy's trying to romantically pursue Jesse as well, or if he wants to just use her for information. Again, it's hard to tell what Tommy's motives always are, or he wants both. I have no idea, but yeah, that'll be interesting. And Jesse's made it very clear that she is like, we have nothing to talk about. I've told you all the same things that I'm going to tell him, basically. So he sent you here as a messenger. So you just go back and tell him. And the fact they weren't even allowed to go into a pub by themselves because there's 2 women unaccompanied by men, and they're only allowed in as soon as they see that it's a Shelby family member. We got to see Tommy's gin making factory, and we know he had been involved in alcohol production since Prohibition had started, basically. But this looks like something he's doing on his own, and got some help from Alfie, but Alfie doesn't seem to be that involved, and we only saw Alfie come into play in this episode for Goliath, this boxer that Mr. Gold's son is going to face off against. So yeah, that's interesting. And Alfie is he's just always a loose cannon. Like, his alliances just go with with the wind. And even when Tommy asks him, like, okay, like, who are you loyal to? And Alfie kind of laughs it off, like, oh, what kind of world is this? So you have to ask me that. Like, doesn't answer the question, obviously. Alfie is always such an interesting character to watch because he's just, you never know what's going to happen. He's a loose cannon. He will change his mind at the drop of a hat and just inflict sudden and violent rage on whoever is in his path, basically. Another amazing performance by Adrien Brody as Luca. He just embodies this character, and it's so terrifying. And when he shows up at that hospital and has the gun pointed directly at Michael, I was like, that's it. He's not, sticking by this pact that he made with Polly. He's doing his own thing. But luckily we were able to see that he is a man of his word, as horrible as that word is now and what he has to do. And then when he makes it very clear to Polly that if she doesn't deliver Tommy, this deal is off. So she obviously wants to save her son and sets up Tommy. Maybe Polly told Tommy and Tommy's known this whole time. I have no idea. I feel like there'll be some big reveals in the next episode or the season finale. It's just, this showdown between Luca and Tommy is probably one of my favorites that I've seen in the series so far. Tommy and Campbell was great, but I just feel like Luca is on a whole new level, and I feel like Luca is just 2 steps ahead of Tommy. I feel like Campbell and Tommy were like, he made one move, then Campbell made a move, then Tommy made a move, and Campbell made a move. This is like Luca's like 3 steps ahead, and Tommy's still catching up, and then makes a move. Like that Arthur setup, and like most viewers, you're thinking, all right, Tommy's got this, he's got it figured out, no worries. Arthur shows up to this party, which we all know is fake, and even he's asking her, like, why did you invite me here? And then he's like, oh, it's a decoy truck. He's like, you must be going after Michael. I thought they were going to go after Michael and Arthur in the same day and just completely destroy any connection to Polly. When we see him show up at that hospital and he knows that Michael is only being guarded by one guy that they take out, and I was not expecting that gun to be blank, and I think it was more of just like a message to Polly to be like, hey, we have a deal, and if you don't plan on keeping the end of the deal, this is what's going to happen. He's like, don't think your son will be protected. I feel like Luca was just showing off, saying like, okay, the rules don't apply to me, basically. Like, I can get around Tommy. I can get around your family, basically. The things you have in place to keep your family safe aren't going to stop me. He's like, I'm smarter than that. I'm going to figure it out, and I will be able to get to your son. And I think that's what Polly fears the most. Even though I don't feel like Polly has forgiven Tommy for what he did, I still feel like she's struggling with this choice, and it'll obviously be a tough decision. You're basically sending somebody to their death, and you know what's going to happen to them. So I definitely feel like she's struggling with that. Even though Tommy has put Polly and the family at risk so many times, I still feel like Polly struggles with this. I'm very worried to see what the implications will be either way. If this plan goes as it's supposed to and Tommy ends up dying, Polly and Michael will just go to Australia, and then what? Like, what's that look like? Or if Tommy finds out, what is he going to do to Polly? What is he going to do to Michael? Or if he's known all along and is just letting himself be the bait, basically, to get one-on-one time with Luca and take out Luca. As we saw with Mr. Gold and that accident on the bridge, they were able to take out some of the Italians, but he's like, you didn't get Luca. That was your main target, basically, and he was able to escape. So yeah, it's very interesting. I really like Adrien Brody's character. I'm very curious to see how the showdown between Tommy and Luca is going to go. I kind of wish Luca would be in the next season. Please, no spoilers. I don't think he will be, because obviously one of them has to go, and my money is not on Tommy. I don't think Tommy would actually be killed off. Adrien Brody just does such a good job of playing someone evil. It's kind of sad to only see that for one season, but again, we will see what happens. Overall, I thought it was a good episode, definitely setting things up. I'm very worried for what the next episode is going to be, if it'll pick up right where we left off with the cars driving away and the showdown between Luca and Tommy, or if they'll save that till like the end of the episode. But I'm really enjoying the series so far. It was great to see May's character back. Alfie's character is back. I'm curious if they will be in the next episode as well. They kind of just sporadically show up throughout the season. But thank you so much for sharing this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. He was suspicious of the cook. Is he going to be suspicious of her now? Inviting the person who's responsible for killing her son to her son's, like, birthday celebration. One brother's down. Cheese and rice. Yeah, they love these machine guns. She's like, I don't want to go to the hotel where you take all your other ladies to fight somebody named Goliath. He wants to talk about pooping outside. That's why he came to visit.